What is up, my brothers from another mother and my rational sisters? I've had a few of you guys ask me quite a few times to do a video on getting better sleep. You struggle with sleep. What are my best tips? And I haven't talked about it that much, but I have personally struggled with sleep probably since my 30s, early 30s. And, you know, I think it comes from a number of different factors. I've had problems, actually, kind of to back it up for a bit. Prior to my 30s, I was able to sleep just fine. I need an alarm to wake me up in the morning. I could sleep until 9, 10, 11 o'clock, whatever. Now, I'm 43. I've kind of tuned myself into my circadian rhythm, meaning when the sun comes up, I get up. When the sun goes down, I start feeling tired and I want to go to sleep. So I think as you get older and your body ages and kind of settles down and your hormone level changes, your needs for sleep change, the amount of sleep you need will change and that sort of thing. But it still doesn't change the fact that I have had some struggles in the past with my sleep. And I'll give you some of the best tips. I'll try to give about 8 or 9 that I've used to kind of like push through it. It's come from things dealing with stuff at work. You know, being an entrepreneur, there's always a lot of stress, you know, in your journey. It's up and down. I've done a lot of talks about quite a lot of those. You can check the past videos, but you know, obviously dealing with romantic relationships with women and the struggles that come with that and the ups and downs and, you know, the push and pull and, you know, how we kind of deal with breakups. So there's any number of things that can mess with your sleep patterns. A bad divorce, that was a tough time for me as well. So sometimes for me, what ended up happening was I would go to sleep at my normal time, 10, 11 o'clock, and then maybe by about 3 o'clock in the morning, I just wake up. My mind would wake me up. You know, my conscious mind would actually wake me up and I'd start doing things like figuring out things or trying to solve problems when really my body was like, you know, F you, buddy, you need to sleep. I need some more rest here. So it's super important. I know that when you're sleep deprived, you really feel it. It resets a lot of our body's functions. You know, when we're sleeping, it's when we're producing the most amount of testosterone, growth hormone, when our muscles repair, all kinds of stuff. So it is really, really important. So here's my tips without further ado. Yes, this is the bedroom. This is where I do all my sleeping and other stuff as well, but we'll talk about sleep right now. First thing I want to talk about is electronics. And I know you're going to go, okay, well, what about electronics? Well, first things first, this is a timer, an electronic timer that I use for Wi-Fi. And you're going to go, I don't know if you can see it here. Let me just turn the camera around a little bit. TV, boom, okay. You shouldn't have a TV in your bedroom. I know you go, Rich, you got a TV in your bedroom. You're full of it. Yeah, okay, I've got a TV in my bedroom. I haven't turned that on in probably about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. And even prior to that, I would use it maybe like once a month. So get rid of the TV in your bedroom. It's mounted on my wall. I just haven't had a chance to pull it off. These things are not good. A lot of us nowadays will use Wi-Fi to send signals to electronic devices throughout the house, tablets, television, stuff like this. This one's not connected to cable. It's connected to Wi-Fi through Netflix. So what I have is a electronic timer. And what I do is I plug in my Wi-Fi router into this so that it shuts down. For me, I usually shut it down by about 10:45, and then it comes back on at about 5:30 in the morning. And there's a number of different reasons for that. One, if I'm doing work or if I'm watching a show or something like that, it basically tells me that it's time to go to sleep. It's time to shut down routine and then move into the nighttime stuff. So it kills a Wi-Fi signal, which there's been a lot of studies. I'm not going to link them because I don't have time to look it up. You can go Google it yourself. But there's been a lot of studies that have shown that Wi-Fi signals will actually damage cell development and cell regeneration. So, I mean, I'm not that much of a woo-woo, let's live off the grid in a cabin sort of thing. But if I can limit the amount of time that I'm exposed to Wi-Fi signals, it's not going to be a bad thing. So that's one of the first things you can do is get rid of electronics in your bedroom. Don't plug in your cell phone to charge in your bedroom. If you use it for an alarm clock, I leave mine downstairs, to be honest with you. I just plug it into the computer, and when it goes off, I hear it in the morning. It's loud enough that I can hear it. So you will tune into those sorts of things. This will shut down the Wi-Fi. Fairly simple thing. These are like, I don't know, $5 or $6 at Home Depot. They're not expensive. And if you have a TV in your room, don't use it. Use a TV downstairs. But don't fall asleep to televisions. It's never a good thing. Okay, number 2 is blackout curtains. We've been designed and developed to basically sleep in pitch black. Unless you're out under the stars or moonlight, for millions of years, you know, we've only had electricity the last few hundred years, but for millions of years, we've been sleeping in utter and complete darkness. You want your sleep space to be like a cave. So I've got these things over here. These are just California shutters. When I shut them, these are blackout curtains, so they also deaden sound as well. And it is a super sunny day right now. Can you still see me? Barely. It's a super sunny day right now. So what I do is I'll end up closing the door to my bathroom, shutting the bedroom door quite a bit, and it's black in here. Like, you can't see much when it comes to middle of the night. So I sometimes walk into furniture in the bedroom if I have to get up, and so have women. So it should be so black that you can't even see your hand in front of your face. So that's my second tip, is black out the room. Our body's used to sleeping in complete darkness. You want to surrender to that and provide that to your body so you can get the best sleep possible. And number three, mattress is super important. Not just important for, you know, using as a workbench, but for sleeping. And I don't get how people sleep in mattresses for 20 or 30 years. You spend 1/3 of your life in a bed, sleeping. Think about that for a second. So don't skimp on a mattress, okay? You should be spending at least $5,000 or $6,000 on a nice mattress. This one's it's a natural organic memory foam. I think it's made from soy or something like that. It came from Italy. I ordered it. It took about 3 months to get here. Don't be afraid to spend money on a good mattress. You can even get decent ones for a couple $1,000s, but my advice is to stay away from the ones that are like chemically treated, not like the memory foam ones that are made in a factory through petroleum products and stuff like that. There's a lot of release of chemicals when you sleep in it. Spring mattresses have been shown to produce far worse sleep than something that's more natural. So it's really up to you, depending on what your budget is. Spend $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 on a nice mattress. It's not going to break the bank. You spend 1/3 of your life in it. You should get at least 10 to 15 years of good use out of it. But don't skimp on a mattress. It will make the difference, trust me. And number four, temperature. Really, really important. Some people like to throw on tons and tons of sheets and comforters and have the heat warm when they're sleeping at night. The ideal temperature for our body, which allows it to go into a nice, deep, restful sleep, to have REM sleep, is roughly about 17 degrees Celsius. So it's not uncommon for me to have a window open on that side of the house, just to let air in. In the summertime, I've got the AC on so that I can sleep. Sometimes I even sleep in the basement because it's nice and cool down there if it's a super hot day, because we get really hot, humid days here in Toronto, like close to 40 degrees Celsius sometimes for spells. But that's really, really important too, is to make sure that you've allowed your body to rest at a much cooler temperature than what it is during the day, because that's what lets you go deep. That's what allows for the hormone regeneration, all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, I know a few guys are going to go, ooh, how are you qualified to talk about this? And da-da-da. Well, one, it's experience. And two, I spent $3,000 hiring a very specific sleep coach. We got into hormone levels. We check cortisol, testosterone, all kinds of stuff. So I'm not going to get into that in this video. If you want to talk further about better sleep, you can book my time on Clarity and I can dive into it a little bit more. But there are people that I've talked to and I've got a lot of information from that have helped me fix or completely fix my sleep patterns. Okay, number five. I know a lot of people like to use stuff like this to sleep. I don't know if you can see that. That's melatonin. I do have a container of this. I only use it when I travel. I've seen people that have taken a couple of these, they pop a couple of these every night to go to sleep. You shouldn't have to take this. This is not good for you. There's been research that's indicated that it's not good for your liver. Again, I keep it around mostly for when I'm traveling. Like when I went to the UK last month, I popped one on the plane so I could sleep throughout the night. Definitely helps. Supplements you do want to take at nighttime, if you need help with it. GABA is really good. It's an amino acid. It's natural. The reason why you might want to take this is it basically calms the mind. So if you've got a mind like mine that kind of wakes you up in the middle of the night and your conscious wants to solve problems, this will be helpful. The only thing that I've noticed about this is when I first started taking it, it creates this like a pattern of heat throughout your body about 15-20 minutes after you take it, but it settles down after a while. I've found this to be very useful. It definitely gets me pretty much straight through the night in a very restful sleep. The other thing that you might want to get is a magnesium chloride product. Magnesium is very good for restful sleep. What I do is I usually spray it on my skin before I go to bed. It does kind of leave like a white flaky paste sometimes depending on how much you put on. But you can put it on parts of your body that will absorb the magnesium, you know, places like armpits and stuff like that. So that's actually pretty good for getting very restful sleep. But stay away from melatonin. The other thing that I should mention is don't consume a lot of food after about 5, 6, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock should be the cutoff. You shouldn't be cramming food in your face, you know, an hour or 2, 3 hours before you go to sleep. Your digestive system uses a lot of resources in your body when it comes to processing food and absorbing it. So for you to get the best possible restful sleep, you basically want to have a fasted stomach. So stop eating about 4 or 5 hours before you go to bed. You'll find that'll probably help quite a bit as well. All right, and another thing would be blue light blocking. If you're not familiar with it, you basically want blue light during the day because it helps reset your circadian rhythm. It usually comes in through your eyes and through around your head. Like people say that we've got this third eye sort of thing here on our forehead. I don't know what the magic around that is, but I do know that blue light does affect our circadian rhythm through our eyesight. So when I got my latest prescription done, I don't know if you can see this here on the lens. I'm going to kind of tilt it. You can see kind of a blue-purple filter on it. Well, that's to filter out blue light completely. So when I'm wearing these and I'm on my phone at night or I'm working on my laptop, it blocks out all blue light into my eyes. I try to avoid wearing them during the day so I can let the blue light in and it allows the circadian rhythm to open up and wake me up. But anything that will block blue light is always useful. There's things you can put on the screens of your phone. There's an app that you can download through, I think, the Android stores, which will do it. You can look it up. It's blue light blocking. But the best one that I found, and it's free too, it's called FLux, or F as in Frank, dot, L as in Larry, U as in umbrella, X as in X-ray. So F.Lux, you can put it on your laptop, your desktop, and what it does is it follows the sunrises and sunsets where you live because it basically tracks you. And then it starts to slowly remove the blue light from your screen when the sun goes down. It doesn't completely remove it, so if you have the option to pay an extra 100 or 200 bucks to get the coating on your glasses, if you wear glasses, I'd recommend it. Some people wear those funky, you know, you see people that are like, I'm a life coach, and they've got those yellow glasses. They'll wear those when they watch TV. You can get them off Amazon for 15 or 20 bucks. Anything that blocks out blue light after the sun goes down, it's a good idea. Reducing the amount of screen time after the sun goes down, it's a good idea. Those will always help because anything that's giving off light and it's an electronic device gives off a lot of blue light. And the blue light into your eyes, into your brain will basically confuse your circadian rhythm and allow you to stay awake a lot longer than probably what you want to. Nighttime is also a very good time to take a hot bath if you have a hot tub, or you can have a hot bath with salts. That always helps. That's another very good tip as well. And I guess the last one that I'll give you guys, sleep coach said, lots of sex at nighttime. It's just, you know, takes you out of your element. It's a good way to bookend your day. And if you have a great partner, it will help. Anyway, I hope this video helps and you've got some use out of it. If there's somebody that needs to see it that's suffering with sleep, send it over to them. Always helps. Again, smash the like button. Leave me a comment below. I want to know if you have any tips yourself on things that you've done that will help you sleep better at night or have helped you overcome any rough patches in your life. Getting to sleep, staying asleep, that sort of thing. Again, I really appreciate you guys checking this out. If you want to support the channel, you can become a Patreon. Otherwise, there's always the links below and in the description, of course, for if you want a video response in something like Reach or on Clarity.fm. Thanks for checking out the video now. Have an amazing one. Peace.